have seen a lot of posts regarding the topic of studying abroad. So I'm very much aware how FYPs work, how timelines work, how all of that works, how if you like something, algorithms are pushing similar content. I'm very much aware of that. But that being said, I have seen a lot of posts, videos, comments, questions about studying abroad. Main one, is it worth it? Should I do it? Yeah, you should. It's totally worth it. I will say every experience is different. This is my study abroad experience. So before I jump into the story, there are two types of study abroad groups. There's probably more, but for the sake of the story, I'm going to break it up into two. Group A, Group B. Group A is when you apply for a school, you're part of this school, and they offer another program abroad, typically about a semester, maybe a year. I haven't heard of such things. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, but there's that. And there is Group B, where you literally apply for a different school in a different country, studying abroad that way. People do it all the time. You can study abroad in different states. Why not different countries? People do it more than you think. It was such an eye-opener when I did it and started meeting people. I'm like, whoa, okay, I like this. So my journey started in 2022, January 2022. It's not that far back, but a lot of life has happened since then, okay? A lot of life has happened since 2022 and 2026. Not just my life, a lot of people's life. The world is a little different, a lot different. So in January 2022 is when I made the decision to start looking for schools, applying and things like that. By February of 2022, I got accepted. The plan was for me to start in August of 2022. That was the plan. It did not happen. And it was probably around April after I got accepted is when I realized I can't do August, not just because of the visa. It was just a lot of things. It was a lot more details. And I was very confident that I could do it. Very confident. It was so close. I'm talking about I was this close. No go. And that's okay. I still went to Italy in June for about 5 weeks for a summer program for my same school. So that was a great entryway to the culture, the people, the time, get familiar with the school. But at the time, I didn't think I was going back. I was just going to be there for about 5 weeks and get my little certificate, be the happiest camper, go back to the States, and that would have been my life. That's not how it went at all. After coming back to Italy, more plans unfolded where I had the opportunity to go to Italy for another year and do a program abroad over there. The same school, very fortunate. So by this time, I'm more familiar, more comfortable, more knowledgeable about, okay, this is what I need to do. I have a better timeline. I don't have to rush. At least at the time, I didn't think I have to rush, but we'll get to that part of the story. Yeah, I just thought everything was, I'm like, okay, I can't believe it. Let's do it. My opportunity was there. Let me take it. The option was 1 year or 2 years. I chose 1 year. Looking back, I wish I chose 2. But at the same time, every time I'm thinking, darn, I wish I chose 2 years. The amount of people, the experience I've had, my life would not be the way it is now if I did 2 years, and I know that. Just the amount of friends and connections, I'm telling you, 1 year is what I needed for that period of time in my life. Now we're doing the visa process, and I'm realizing that I don't have time. I thought I had time, but I do not have time. I had to go, my embassy for me in my region was Chicago. Slow. Oh my gosh. I'm not for sure it's because the pandemic was just happening or what, but it wasn't like I needed to be. So we pushed back my start date to January 2023. So yeah, it was humbling for me who just wants it, and then other people who need it. It was stressing me out. I can't imagine. It's intense. It's intense. Oh my gosh. The communication, the timeline, all of it was just moving so so slow, the uncertainty. It's a stress that I'm like, wow, yeah. Now we're doing the visa process. I submit my application with all my paperwork, with copies, and photo evidence of me sending this stuff to my embassy in Chicago. Around the beginning of November, end of October. So you know how the weeks can be. Kind of around that time, they emailed me about a document, like, hey, we need this document. They emailed me that in December. I'm like, okay, let me get you this document, because school starts in January. I'm thinking I'm gonna have my visa by December. I shipped everything the beginning of November, end of October. It's like the first week, okay? I don't really get an email till like December, end of November, and it's holiday. So I'm getting an email, they need this document. I'm like, okay, I sent this document over probably 3 business days. So I don't even think it was that long. Was it? Yeah, it was about 3 business days, give or take. I think that's pretty manageable. Christmas passed, my birthday passed, New Year's passed. We're in 2023. School starts in 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm approved, and I don't have my passport. At this point, I'm like, you know, even if I'm denied, I'm leaving. I don't care. I want my 90 days. The ticket's booked. The house is booked. I'm gone for 90 days. And I'll come back and we'll start from scratch. We're going to move on. But I can't do that until I get my passport and they have it. I have to move my flight. So I plan on getting to Italy 2 weeks before school started. That way I can get my sleep schedule together, get comfortable, walk around, just ease into it without problems, just in case something comes up. I should be cool, right? Wrong, because my plane's delayed. On my part, I have to move my plane. Thank God, shout out to Delta, whoop whoop. They helped me with this transition. So they helped me with that transition. They were like, you know what, we'll move your plane just this one time. I'm like, okay, perfect. By this time, I'm like, okay, I'm panicking. I need to know what's going on. So I'm emailing, I'm trying to call, no one's picking up, no one's emailing. And at this point, I was a nanny, and my bosses were like, so what's happening? Do you know how silly I looked to them? Trying to explain to them, like, yeah, they're only open 4 hours a day. They're closed on Wednesdays. They haven't emailed me back. Like, do you know how silly I sounded? And I felt like explaining to them, like, I don't know what's going on. And my last days are approaching with both jobs. I would have had 2 jobs, and my last day already passed with my first one. The second one's like, okay, like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, I'm literally on the phone, like, trying to figure out, because it is now Thursday. I moved my flight to the next week, and I can't move it again. So on Thursday, I'm calling, like, what is happening? I need to know, like, I'm emailing, nothing. Friday, nothing. I'm like, trying to keep a calm manner, much as possible, but it's not happening. My flight is in 5 days. 5 days. I'm not packed. I don't have a visa. I don't have a passport. I don't know what's happening, and I cannot move my flight. Oh my God. So it's the weekend, and at this point, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just praying. And I'm just like, Lord, I need this to work. Like, I can't imagine it not working. It has to work. Make it work, Lord. By Monday, it's my last day of my second job, working with the kids and trying to talk to the embassy, who finally emailed me, And I'm trying to rush back to, like, okay, like, I'm emailing them back, like, hey, where's my passport? Where's this? They said, we have emailed your passport. Or they said something like, we mailed your stuff last week. What? We mailed your stuff last week. That is what they said. And they said some kind of wording where I'm like, okay, did I get approved or denied? That is what I wanted to know. The wording implied that I was approved, but right now I'm not thinking that. I am thinking, where's my visa? Oh my God, where's my passport? I need my passport, because if you shipped it out last week, it should have been here, because we're expediting things around here. We need this stuff immediately. Nothing. No tracking number, nothing, because I sent them a tracking number. I was expecting that tracking number back. Nothing. So where the heck is my passport? Now I'm panicking because deep down I'm like, okay, I did get approved. But my highlight emotion is, where's my passport? My eye is already glitching on me. And now my passport's been, I'm just like, trying not to freak out. I have so many emotions. It's Monday before my flight. I leave Wednesday. Not packed. Don't know what to do with my car. I don't know what's happening. And my passport is missing. I get off at 1. I have to track my passport down with no information. I'm off work at this point. I have to go straight to the doctor's before they close as well. I don't know what's up, but anyways, went to the doctor's office. I'm on my back getting some kind of something for my nerves, and my phone is buzzing. I'm like, I'm at the doctor. I'm like de-stressing, but this thing keeps buzzing. I'm like, what? Who's calling me? Who is calling me? Look at it, no number, no caller ID. I'm like, I usually don't answer it, but I'm like, hello? Turns out it was the embassy. Where have you been is my question. Anyways, they're like, we don't have the tracking number. We sent it last week, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, what do you mean you don't have a tracking number? What do you mean you sent it last week? I understand that you have communicated this over email, but now you're saying it and I have you on the phone. I need to ask you in person. What do you mean by this? I know what you're saying is like exactly what it sounds like. We do not have it. How do you not have it? How do you not know where my passport is? And I'm just like, oh my God. I was doing so good. I leave the doctor's, I go to a FedEx at a Walmart, and they keep asking me, do you have a tracking number? I'm like, no, I do not have a tracking number. I don't have this information. And they're like, we can't help you. I go to the Walmart parking lot calling other FedExes, and they're like, no, we can't help you. We don't have a tracking number. And I'm pleading my heart out with this woman. I'm like, ma'am, I don't know what to do. And I'm not for sure what dawned on me. I don't know what dawned on me, but something clicked. And you remember how I said I took documentation of everything that I sent to the embassy? That means I had so many pictures of each document. And there was copies, so I had a lot of information on my phone. But I also took a picture of the envelope that all these documents were sent in. And that is my tracking number. There's a list of FedExes. I'm just like on my phone staring, like which one, where do I start? But my first instinct is to look for a hub, not these pop-ups in different stores. It would be a hub. I actually think someone told me that. I think someone told me that and I remembered it. I don't remember the whole thing, but a hub. I need to find a hub. And it's so funny because every single day before going to work, there was a hub I would pass every single day before going to work. And I would always think, that's interesting, FedEx. That's interesting, FedEx. That's interesting. Every single time I drove by it. So something pushed me to go to that FedEx. Sure enough, they had it. I don't even want to tell you the condition of that envelope because it's making me mad, but it was in my hand. I literally ripped it as soon as I could, and there was my passport and my visa. I want to cry. I was sobbing. I was so excited. I called my mom immediately, like, we got the visa, blah, blah. I was so ecstatic. I don't think you understand. I was just like, yeah. So now I'm going to Italy for a year, which leads to another dilemma. I'm not packed at all, and it is now 5:36 on a Monday. My flight leaves at 11 on a Wednesday.